Imagine the night has descended. The air has turned cold. The streetlights are off, and you have no roof over your head. Each breath is a cold vapor that feels like a piece of your life is escaping with it. Your eyes start to sting, and all you want is an empty bench to close your eyes for a few hours. But at that moment, the voice of a police officer echoes through the darkness. Get up. This area is off limits. Off limits? Is sleeping a crime? In a city named Grants Pass, sleeping outdoors is legally considered a crime. Not for everyone, but for those who have no home, no money, and no shelter. Imagine the poorest people in a society being punished simply for sleeping. At this moment, a big question arises. When we punish poverty with the law, are we truly creating social order, or are we merely executing humanity? Grants Pass, a small town in Oregon, is a symbol of America's silent crisis, a seemingly calm, clean, and orderly city. But at what cost? For those without a roof, the law has become an enemy. In parks, signs are posted with a cold and ruthless message, camping prohibited. Yet behind these signs lie hidden stories that break the heart. A man named Jim, once a truck driver, now lives in his broken-down vehicle. A woman named Casey, a victim of domestic violence, shelters with her young child in a tent in a corner of the park. And every night, their hope is tied to an imaginary roof. However, the police, according to city law, have the right to fine them, confiscate their belongings, and even arrest them. What is their crime? Sleeping in public. This law might initially seem good for urban order. Nobody wants parks filled with tents and old belongings. But when there is no shelter available, when only 1 or 2 night centers with limited capacity are operational, this law effectively penalizes existence, not disorder. In the United States, there are over 600,000 homeless people, and this number is increasing every year. In some cities, governments have chosen to make the presence of the homeless invisible, instead of building shelters and providing services. Grants Pass is precisely such a place. But now, this small local case has reached the heart of national decision-making, the Supreme Court of the United States. The question on the judges' table is not only about tents or parks, but about the philosophy of law and humanity. Does the government have the right to criminalize poverty? Should someone with nowhere to go be arrested for sleeping? In court sessions, some city officials said, "We just want the parks to be clean and safe." But the opposing side, advocates for the homeless, argued safety without humanity is worthless. At the heart of this conflict lies something that transcends the city, the law, and politics: the question of the meaning of justice. Is justice about protecting the appearance of the city or protecting the spirit of humanity? Homelessness is not a choice. No one wakes up in the morning and decides to live on the streets. Complex social structures, rising living costs, a housing crisis, unemployment, mental health issues, all work together like a domino effect, pushing individuals out of home. And when the law offers handcuffs instead of a helping hand, society reaches a point where the line between order and oppression blurs. In today's video, we aim to look not just at the news, but at the human experience behind it. Imagine living in a city where, if you are poor, even your sleep is considered a sin. A legal system that is supposed to uphold human dignity is now designed to hide poverty. Is this the land of opportunity that was promised? Or is it an America that turns a blind eye to pain? Now, the Grants Pass case has become a national test, a test for our collective conscience. If the Supreme Court rules that these laws are permissible, it means that cities across America could officially declare poverty illegal. It means that poverty would no longer just be a social condition, but a criminal offense. And at that moment, history will bear witness to a society that traded humanity for the sake of maintaining appearances. Yet hope is still alive. Civil activists, journalists, and hundreds of everyday people are working to amplify the voices of those who are unseen. They distribute food on the streets, attend council meetings, and through research and documentaries, reveal the true face of the law to the public. In the narrative of this video, I want you to place your mind in this space. Imagine you are one of those homeless individuals. Not a criminal, not dangerous, just a weary, desperate yet hopeful human being. Now, if someone comes and says, "You cannot sleep here," what does your heart say? This simple yet fundamental question arises. Does society have the right to strip a person of their peace simply because they are poor? The image of cities without homeless people might seem beautiful, but the truth behind that facade is darker than ever. A city without the poor is only beautiful on paper. It has imprisoned poverty rather than solved it. If Grants Pass succeeds, hundreds of other cities will follow the same path. We will witness sleeping, breathing, and merely surviving become crimes. But this story is not just about Grants Pass. It's about all of us. It's about how far society can go without losing its conscience. While we may not be able to change the laws today, we can change the narrative. We can see, hear, and speak out. At the end of this video, I urge you that if this message resonates with you, share it with others. Whether it's through sharing, talking, supporting organizations that fight for homeless shelters, or even having a simple conversation among friends. These are the starting points of change. The beauty of humanity lies in the fact that as long as we have a heart, we are not homeless. So let's make sure that no one in the world is arrested for simply sleeping.